In today's video, we are going to take a look at Kristaps Porzingis and what he was able to do to be able to beat the Dallas Mavericks, because this is kind of interesting. He came out of pretty much nowhere. Obviously, he was a good player before. I'm not saying that he wasn't. But what I'm saying is the fact that he just came back from injury and basically helped the Celtics win. Let's get down. Let's check this out, because what he did, you can do as well if you are a basketball player. Okay, so really quickly, here he is to start in the high post. He keeps the ball nice and high above his head so that he can clear out the defender with his elbows. Yes, if those elbows make contact, it would be a foul, but they didn't. He then brought the ball down low, and he noticed that the arm is down low, and that player is, of course, getting his face and chest quite close to himself, Kristaps Porzingis. He then tries to get that foul and tries to get the player into the air with a shot fake first, got the player closer, and then he was able to clear the player out, the defender out, with his elbow. While that could have been called an offensive foul, it wasn't. It should have been, but either way, it wasn't. However, this is one way to be able to clear a player out if they are playing too close to you on defense. Here, Kristaps Porzingis has it on the other high post, the other side. He tries to clear out the defender with his elbows. It didn't work this time. So instead, now he tries to attack the rim. Now, this player should not be shuffling his feet. He should be running alongside with his chest facing Porzingis. That's not happening here. Porzingis got his shoulder lower than the defender's shoulder. He was a little bit quicker, and he was able to get leverage to be able to get himself to the rim. That allowed Kristaps Porzingis to have that free lane to the basket and the dunk. So if you're a player looking to be able to get to that rim, if you can get your shoulders lower, and if that player is not running alongside you to pretty much cut off the total middle, this player should have been trying to force towards the sideline. But either way, if that's not happening and you are in Kristaps Porzingis' position, then you want to get your shoulders lower and you can get to the rim. It's actually not that hard. Now, look at the low post or high post battle that Kristaps Porzingis has right here. He tries to get position by really battling it out. He gets low. Now, this player there's a considerable height difference. This guy's shoulders are quite a bit lower than Porzingis, but Porzingis is quite low himself, trying to get nice and wide with his feet so that he can have position on this guy. He's using his off arm to be able to protect the man from coming around, and then he's got the hand out right here so that he can signal to the ball handler where he wants the pass. Because of this, he's able to receive that pass in the high post. Now, he's standing straight up. This is extremely important because now he is looking over his shoulder. He's looking for weak side cutters. He's also sizing up this defender. Now, he gets a little bit lower, and now he tries to push off with his back. He gets a little bit of a gap. That's one way, if a player is trying to play you just a bit too tight, how you can create a gap between yourself and the defender, because that is going to allow you to have a little bit more of a comfort to be able to attack the rim. Now, at this time, he clears out space with his elbows. He keeps them nice and high. And at this time, he goes for a shot. However, what happened here? Kristaps Porzingis isn't really known as a dirty player, but if you are too close, one way you can clear out a defender is by kneeing him in an area that he doesn't want to be kneed in. Now, is this a foul? 100%. That should have been called. This guy should have been seeing that, but he wasn't. It seemed like all night Kristaps Porzingis was getting away with murder, and that's exactly what happened. But if the referees are not calling it, keep on going with it. Now, here he clears out space yet again with his elbows. This is a fantastic way on how you can create space. Whether you hit the defender or not, if you hit the defender, it's an automatic offensive foul in my opinion, but you can clear out space, you can back them up, and then you can pivot into them like that. Now you've created a little bit more distance. You've backed this guy up. Now, because there's a height difference, you reach, I teach kind of thing, but in either way, there's a height difference. That guy's not going to be blocking Porzingis. I'm not too sure why they were guarding him with shorter defenders all night, but he was pretty well torching them with 20 points in this game. It is quite interesting because he was taking a lot of threes. We can see that right here, and usually, I'm not going to lie, like when you come back from injury and you've been shooting around doing not much and all you've been doing is potentially shooting, these shots are going to be going in. Now, in this clip, he misses the shot. That goes way off. However, guess what happens next? His teammate, Tatum, gets the rebound. Porzingis' man has already gone down court. No box out, no nothing. Porzingis sees the open lane, he cuts it, and then Tatum is able to hit it. Anytime you miss a shot and your teammates get the board, you should probably cut because the man who is covering you is probably not guarding you at this time, which means that you're going to have a wide open lane to the basket, and in this case, a dunk. So what does this teach us? Well, of course, you need to get your shoulders lower than your defender no matter how tall you are. He's like well over 7 feet tall, and he's still able to get his shoulders lower to be able to have leverage to get to the rim. But then also on top of it, he's able to move off ball, and he's able to clear out space. This is the most important part, by using his elbows. If you can use your elbows to clear out space, you are going to do extremely well. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.